Hello. This isn't working. 1 second. There we go. I think that's right. Maybe resolution off. No, I think that looks right. Okay. Yeah. Hello and welcome to Randy Plays The Legend of Dragoon. The Legend of Dragoon is a Japanese-style role-playing game released in the year 2000. In North America, at least. And I'm playing it. This is the first time I've played it overall, first playthrough. I'm going to keep going with it. Hopefully everything's working. This is a new setup here. It looks slightly different on your end, I'm sure. Very different on my end. And last time, oh boy, what did we do? We saved Shauna. Ugh. Save Shauna. Spartan's here. He made it to disc 3. I am still on disc 1. That's how much of a joke I am. But we're here in the arena now. I don't remember why we're doing the arena, if I'm being honest. Truly could not tell you. Shauna is alive, though. And we're going to just keep going. I guess we continue down on the arena. And Angus, you have subscribed. Thank you very much. That means Angus is here somewhere. He clicked on something. Boy, this is going to take some getting used to. I hope everybody can hear me fine. The microphone's slightly farther away in a different spot. It's coming over this shoulder now. It's not even on the same side anymore. But now my monitors are attached to the wall and they're floating around. I can move it. I'm not gonna, because that would be a pain. But I could move it. And yeah. Not thrilled with where the chat is relative to my face, because I keep having to move my neck. I used to only have to move my eyes. But we'll make it work for today. I came in hot because I was not expecting to have to set stuff up. But I did. Attendant says, next is the semifinals. Your match is with last year's champion victim, Atlo. Even though he lost, he is pretty strong. Alright, before I do that, I'm almost certain I did not adjust the Twitch game. Pretty sure it still says I'm playing. It says I'm playing The Legend of Dragoon. Never mind. Perfect. Then we are going to roll. Dart, let's do this. Heck yeah. Attendant says the only thing I can say now is it's a game of chance. Good luck. I don't think that's actually true. I'm pretty sure I have to win via skill. But that's fine. I'm not sure why you decided it's a game of chance. It's very much not. While I was setting up, this microphone fell off, which was nice. Heck yeah. Boss fight. You know, the most interesting boss fights when you have no options other than to attack. That's everyone's favorite. He's marking all my weaknesses, including my knee. Oh! Atlo apparently just gets several turns before I get to do anything. In the... Man, that's... What is that? The aorta? That hurt.
Yes.
Burning Rush! It's been a while since I've heard Burning Rush. Was it Friday? Which really wasn't that long ago in the grand scheme of things, but whatever. Spartan, how you liking your playthrough?
Burning Rush.
Burning Rush! You said this is not your first playthrough. You played it a long time ago, so am I understanding correctly? Here is the finisher, the secret technique. Well, that went way too fast. I don't read that fast. The apples cause more damage. No! Nice. Now I'm freaking out, man. I could probably get rid of that with something. Dissolves BCFD. I'm pretty sure I've got any number of those. Fearful? I'm just fear. I'm assuming F is fearful. No longer am I afraid of you, Atlo. I'm about to make you at high chance of death. 3 apples gives you fear. It's overkill. I mean, you overindulge in anything, you die, right? You can die from drinking too much water. It's the same thing. Not to mention, you don't want to keep doctors away if you have a legit problem. You can't just eat an apple and assume that everything's going to be fine. I wish that's how it worked. I'd be in great shape because I eat a fair amount of apples. Everything would be perfectly okay. If this setup works, if you can hear me fine, with one exception, with the chat being slightly out of view, which isn't that big of a deal, I can work on that. This is way more comfortable. There's a lot more room. I can wheel my chair around. Look at that. Look at that. Moving around all crazy like I'm probably running over cords, but no, we're good so far.
Yes.
That sucked. Excite pro wrestler Randy. Well, no, former. I'm part of the alumni. Got a Legends contract.
Yes. Burning.
Yeah, I'm having a good time with this. What a monster, says Atlo. Nobody should... I don't read that fast. Silent or otherwise. Especially not trying to make fun of it. I didn't get any experience for beating him. I learned nothing from beating him. Did you beat it when you were a kid, Spartan? Everyone says this game escalates in interesting ways. I'm curious about that. Also curious where everybody is. Maybe Monday's a bad day. You shouldn't do it on Monday anymore. It says, "Hey, Haishel, at last we can meet in the final match." Haishel says, "Well, the world is still to be explored. Ha ha ha. That is not an appropriate response for what I said to you." Dart says, "No, did you lose?" Haishel says, "He was a tremendous sword master. I think his name was Lloyd or something." Oh, Lloyd. Think of him as a test for yourself, and just do it. Like the old Nike slogan. Beat it a few times, dang. Haishel says, "Speak of the devil." It says, "My name is Dart. We will meet in the final match. Let's have a good one." Well, it says, "Indeed, I dedicate this match to what fate has in store for us." That is a weird thing to dedicate it to. Dart says, "What?" Dart justifiably says, "What?" Dart speaking my language. Ginger says, "Here is the gong to determine the strongest." Huh? Okay, no time for holding back anymore. The crowd is on the edge of their seats. I want the gong that proves who's the strongest. Haishel says it comes from the heart, after all. I think it comes from the gong. We're about to put on a gong show. I don't actually know what a gong show is, I just know that's a saying. Also, I think I need to heal, or does it heal me? Nope, we're good. Should probably save it, though. Go save it. There's a lot of real estate in my camera now. I'm not sure I love it. But it's okay. You get to see my son's drawings he made me. Some of them. I've been playing this game for over 11 hours. Still on disc 1. Have I looked into it insofar that I was intentionally avoiding all media related to that game because it looked so interesting to me? I was sold from the very second I saw it, and I'm like, okay, say no more. But I don't know when I'm going to have time to play it. Attendant says, "I now am one of your fans. Your way of fighting, sword use, defense, talking, everything is fabulous. Now the finals are next. Come on. Yeah. Or it says, yeah. Then it says, I knew it would happen. I'm not going to stop you. For your friends, claim the title and come back here. There is a mustache hair that is really stuck up my nose and it's driving me crazy. Yeah, no, so they revealed that probably about a year ago at this point, and it was like, you know, they were showing cutscenes and all of a sudden, and stuff, and then all of a sudden it turned to turn-based combat. I'm like, well, I'm in. Alright, mustache hair. Hang on, I gotta get off screen so I can really dig. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to endure. I don't know what's going on there, but... Oh no!
Missed.
$36 is more than what I gave him. Uh-oh.
Over here.
This is my only option. I don't know how I'm supposed to make this work. I'm worried about messing with this. It's gonna fall. There it is. I knew it. It is not looking at me like it needs to. Unbelievable. If I start up higher, it should work. And when it droops, it won't droop as far. What have I done? Why does this suck so bad? There's no place to tighten it. You're supposed to be where I put you. That's too close to my face. So gently move. Do not fall. Okay, we'll make that work. That should be fine. So attacking's not working. How about I guard? I don't know what that is, Mitch. Oh. Sirdar, it is Randy. It is Sirdar. And he's fighting the silver hair. Do I have some silver hair? I would love some silver hair. Oh, you mean the guy with the silver hair. What's swordsmanship? It's humanly impossible. Ni hao ma, Katsudan. Thus is the extent of my Chinese. We're fighting this guy who has humanly impossible swordsmanship, and I don't know what to do about that. Escape? Nope. Alright.
Missed.
Missed! It's too fast. I can't read the moves. It's pathetic and out of the question. I mean, you're not doing enough damage for this to matter. I don't think, anyway. 108 was pretty good. That was a good number. Am I supposed to lose this fight? I don't even understand. Maybe I just endure until there's like a cutscene or something. There were fewer streams last week, unfortunately, due to life circumstances.
Huh.
No emergency or anything, just, you know, adult nonsense. I guess I lost. The TV is there, that's true. I'm looking right at it. It's beautiful. But also, childcare. Ginger says, here are the results of the annual endiness. Oh man, every time I stop these streams, endiness leaves my brain because it's so stupid. it doesn't... It's not allowed to be there permanently, so I have to flush it from RAM. Cheap viewers on stream. There's no mods in here, is there? Right now? I don't think there's any mods. It means I gotta get it done. Oh, I'm so lazy. Sorry, my friend. I was about to give him my credit card, but judgment prevailed. Yeah, he almost got you. He almost got you. If my credit card was in this room, I'd give it to him right now. Ginger said, I don't even know what he asked for. Cheap viewers on... Oh, I would just go to streamboo.com. I would remove the space first, of course. I also don't see a dot. Is there a dot? Oh, no, okay. There is streamboospace.com. I would remove the space, of course. Yeah, that's my sponsor, Streamboo. Does anyone ever do that? I'm really slowing this down here, but I do have to ask, is anyone... Does that do anything for anybody? Even if you were to purchase those, what do you get out of that? Arbitrary viewership, but that doesn't do anything for you. Whatever. Ginger says, here are the results of the annual Endiness Hero Competition. Oh, right, Endiness. That's what stopped me the first time. The victor is the platinum-haired swordsman, Lloyd. The platinum-haired swordsman is a good nickname. I like that a lot. The toughest and strongest man in all of Endiness. Does it work, though? Like, long-term, does it work? Because if so, then I'm heading on over to... I'm joking. Gives some streamers a personality. Yeah, I guess I need one of those. I was born without one. Ginger says, second is Dart the Young Flame. Was that my name? Ginger says, third place goes to Haishel, the master of the Rouge cohort. I don't know what that is. Rouge? Yeah, to be clear, I will never have arbitrary viewership. That's not anything I'm going to purchase. If that means I'm stuck in 10 or fewer viewer purgatory, then fine. So be it! That's where I want to be. As long as it's my 10 viewers. Thar says, it was totally... I was totally defeated. Lloyd says, you haven't reached your limits. You will be stronger. You will have to be. Lloyd seems like a nice guy, kind of. Lloyd says, you too. You'll become stronger. Keisha says, you flatter me. Lavitt says, come out quickly. Everybody is waiting for you, Dart. In particular, Shauna. That's such a stupid way to phrase that. Lavitt says, I watched your match with Dart. I would love to have a match with you if this were a time of peace. Lloyd says, sorry, but you are no match for me. Lavitt says, it's hard to take, but it must be true. Someday, if we meet, please accept my challenge. I'll be stronger, too. Lloyd says, I'll think about it. Dart says, it's not only you, Lavitz, who needs more discipline. I couldn't keep up with him either. And perhaps you saw during the very public match that we just had. Haishel says, me neither. Ha ha ha. Lavitt says, you must be Master Haishel of the Rouge School. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. Dart says, I didn't introduce you to everybody yet. Dart says, why don't we go outside? I want you to meet my friends. Haishel says, interesting. The lone wolf Dart has friends. You can see both my hands now. Woo! Friends. Let me see your friends. Spartan thinks Rouge is correct. Woo, 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 woo. Excited that we're all done. There's that Discord link. Everyone should join that. It makes my life better and everyone else's life better too. Bye, Katsudan. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. I gotta find, in particular, Shauna. And let's save it just in case. Plus, I forgot to go. Aren't we all into lipstick, though? Oh, there's in particular Shauna. Shauna says, Dart, congratulations on second place. The first place loser. Dart says, thanks. I wish I could have won first prize for you. So you would leave me alone? Shauna says, it's okay, Dart. You look very cool. Besides, just having you safe is enough for me. Shauna says, oh, this person? No one asked about that person. Hazel says, you only watched Dart, didn't you? Oh, well. Hazel says, ha ha ha, don't worry, it's universal. Girls in love are blind. What is happening? Dart says, it's not that. You haven't changed, Hazel. Dart says, he's never serious except when he is fighting. Hazel says, well, it's not... It's true, actually. But the goal of my journey is a serious one. I am looking for my daughter who ran away. Well, you seem to be in pretty good spirits, considering. Dart says, it was around 4 years ago. We met when I was on my quest pursuing the Black Monster. Do you have to call it Black Monster? Is that necessary? You just couldn't call it a monster? I don't even know that. Okay. Rose says, Black Monster, I think to herself. Hazel says, the Tootsie over there is your friend too? There's a foot somewhere? Do explain more, or guide me in a very specific location so I can avert my eyes in that direction. Rose says, don't Tootsie me. My name is Rose. Hazel says, well, which one is Dart's sweetheart? Dart says, what are you talking about? Besides, I told you about Shauna many times. Not to mention, just because there are women standing nearby doesn't mean they are one of them is my sweetheart. Hazel says, did you? Did you? So, you still think of her as your baby sister? Yeah, my stepsister. Don't ask any more questions about that. I will not clarify. Dart says, stop that. Can I move, or everyone stop talking? Lava says, hey Dart, here's the plan. Why don't you go around the arena just with Shauna? Then I can go out with Rose. What? Says, no. Oh my goodness! Whoa! Rose says, why do I have to go with you? That's a really good question. That was messed up. Lava says, just pretending. Really? I'm having a real hard time reading the room here. I'm not sure what's going on. Shauna says, Dart, it's a good chance. Can we do it? I mean, not in front of people, or in general. I don't like you very much. Hazel says, shall we go? Lava says, I didn't... What is happening? Why is... Now Hazel's going with Shauna? Where did that happen? Lava says, I didn't mean you, Master Hazel. Hazel says, oh yeah? It seems Dart cannot make up his mind, so I thought I could do it for him. Acquired 3 tickets. Dart says, I guess. We haven't had any time to relax. Shall we? Whoa! Going on strong, Shauna. That was the most incomprehensible cutscene that has happened yet. That was... I had no idea what just happened. Other than I'm apparently on a date with Shauna now. Is that... she in my party? Yep, sure is. Hey. Tickets. You got it. Oh boy. Total vanishing. Okay. Barker at Who is the Man game Step up. You want to take a shot at finding the man? 1 game per ticket. Sure. Dart says, let's try. Barker says, yeah, I'm just going to say Barker. Barker says, here's one. Bob Barker. That's Bob Barker. I wish. It'd be a lot more interesting. Uh-oh. You win if you can cleverly guess under which man's hat the very rare pink birdie is hiding. Is this 3-card Monty? Is that in every video game ever made? They're just gonna, yep. Oh boy. The polygons, I think I lost it already. I don't actually know. The way they jumbled up into a, I think it's man on the left. That's what it, no! We were both wrong, Serdar. That's okay. We're never gonna do that again. That was a mess. When they jumbled up into a polygonal salad, that was crazy. You feel dizzy. Why? Dart says it's my kind of game. It's like a battle. No, it's not. Not even a little bit. Dart says, what do you want to do next? Shauna says, anything you want, Dart. I'm just happy to be alone with you. Besides, it's been a while since I've been in this kind of place. Dart says, let's go look for another place then. Yep, go ahead and get inside me. Just guess the man. No, thank you. That's also a bad name for that. Monster Conquest Game Stand. Throw the balls and conquer monsters. 1 ticket will make you a warrior. I have no prizes, but line up and play anyway. I'm sure. There's no incentive to play this at all, but here we go. You gonna tell me how to play? No? Okay. Okay. Can I knock that bush down? If not, no. Okay, good. What about that tree? Can I knock the tree down? Yeah! Killing monkeys. Oh, the rock's back up. Monsters. Killing monsters. Defeating them. Does this just go on forever? There's no time limit or anything. Been hit. Okay, that's fine. I don't ever want to do this again either. Monster Conquest game, 62 points. Come again. That is a really... So you're saying that game has no prizes and it's that bad? Shauna says, you were really into it. Dart says, I was so close to avoiding that I accidentally advanced too fast. Shauna says, nobody could do that. Dart says, yes, I can. Normally I should be able to do it. Shauna says, eh? Man, that was horrendous. That was really, really bad. I'm impressed how awful that was. What kind of stand are you? What's wrong with the scene? Would you like to play What's Wrong with the Scene? You can play 1 game per ticket. Sure, why not? What happens? Oh, I gotta purchase tickets if I don't have any, right? Dart says, let's try. What's Wrong with the Scene says, let's begin. What's wrong with the scene? Watch this room very carefully. Here we go. And weren't there boxing gloves hanging up? Oh, I don't know. Move with the direction key and press X button to select. Oh boy, that's completely wrong. I can't wait for your next try. Well, you ain't gonna get it, because these games suck. Wow. Woo! Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Shauna says, it was hard. Dart says, I don't like these kind. Shauna says, eh? No? Can't move on, huh? What about Rose? Rose, what you got for me? Rose says, I'm busy now. Okay. Okay. Yes, Dad. Doing great. Can I have some more tickets, please? I swear I'm gonna win this time. Wait, what was the thing? Well, yeah, I clearly am not advancing, so I guess I need to do more. Not worth your time. Well, that's, talk to your bro, Albert. Who the heck is Albert? Lav says, are you okay with that? I got enough. Bart says, I got enough. Lav says, had some fun. Spoiler, Albert's coming. Jonah says, yes, thank you, Lavitz. Bart says, now, we gotta get back to Bale, otherwise we'll be late with our report to King Albert. Oh, there's Albert. Lav says, Dart, come this way. The rooftop scene, the romance between Lavitz and Dart there. Lavitz says, did you do something about it? Dart says, I didn't do anything. Lavitz says, anything? You didn't even take her hand? Are we children? Yeah, I was going to say, what is this? Dart says, Shauna is not a baby anymore. I don't need to go hand in hand. Lavitz says, Dart, are you getting what I am talking about? Yeah, this sucks. All of this sucks. Dart says, I guess. Dart says, but Shauna is like a baby sister to me. I cannot change that. Rack. Lavitz says, I don't think Shauna thinks that way. Dart says, when the war ends, I gotta go on my journey again, pursuing the black monster, and I don't want her to be involved in that. Lavitz says, Dart, revenge doesn't solve anything. I learned that from the death of Graham, the guy who betrayed my father, the guy who defected to the Sandora. I know who Graham is, like, I was there. Lavitz says, the person you should be looking for is not from your past, right? Lavitz says, you should pay attention to the present. Yes, Tim, we have to kill the black... I don't want to get too deep into that joke, but I do... I understand. Yeah. It's yeah, there's a struggle there. Talking around that. Lavitz says, I'll accept a couple of drinks for this advice. When the war ends, let's have a drink and bail. I didn't... What advice are you talking about? Dart says, hey, wait! Dart says, Lavitz. Once from prison, and then from the death. I remember saving her from the death. Oh yeah, all of you enter me. Come to Dart. Don't select. Well, you tell me what to do. Spill, spill. Put Shauna away because we're never going to use her. So we go back to King Albert now. Is that what I'm understanding? Oh yeah, no Shauna. No, we don't like Shauna. Spartan, I got all the Stardust, right? We can just head on back, right? And get the heck out of here. I don't have to. Do I have to walk all the way back? That would be bananas. Yeek, says somebody. Nonsense. That would be crazy. That guy is messed the heck up. Arg. Lavitz says, you are a Knight of Basil. What has happened? The man is dead. Don't be asking that guy. Knight of Basil says, Sir Lavitz, I'm glad. At least I won't die in vain. Lavitz says, what's going on? Here, I'll tell you. Lavitz Knight of Basil says, Sandora's surprised us with an attack. His Majesty Albert is in captivity. Lavitz says, oh, what? Knight of Basil says, the king, Helena. Wait, the king's in Helena? Is that... I don't want to go back to Helena prison. Lavitz says, King Albert, I am coming now. Dart says, calm down, Lavitz. Pull yourself together. Lavitz says, let me go. I gotta go. King Albert. Plus, I have to go to the bathroom. Oh! What in the... Why? Why? Lavitz says, oh. Hashel says, sorry about that. It's not like that was an accident. That was very intentional. You sprinted from off-screen, did a front flip over top of him, and punched him directly in the armored stomach, which somehow put him down. I really need to work that one out. Like, I need to figure out why... How that happened, the logistics of all of that. That was crazy. Lavitz says, I am. Lavitz says, King Albert. No, you're not. You're Lavitz, silly boy. Hashel says, you idiot. Hashel says, when knights lose self-control, their lord cannot be saved. Posture. Hashel says, only you can save King Albert now, and protect forest fires. Says Lavitz, I assume? Hashel says, while you were sleeping, I went to get a feel for the situation. I like to feel situations. Hashel says, Bale is under occupation, so I don't think the remaining knights can do anything. Lavitz says, what about King Albert? He's in a can? Or Prince out? Doesn't matter. Hashel says he offered himself up as a captive so that the people in Basil could be safe. Which didn't seem to work because... Wait, no. Basil, Bale, those are two different towns. Okay. What are we in right now? Not Cokes. Where are we? I don't remember what this place is called. Lohan, that's right. Lindsay Lohan. That's where we are. Lavitz says, just because I defeated a dragon, why was I all whooped up? Hashel says, there is no time for procrastination. Well, you're the one that knocked him unconscious. Dart says, there is no choice. We must venture forth to Helena. Helena, 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 Helena. Table for Helena? Hashel says, we are taking the king back, aren't we? Donna says, we still have time. Rose says, if you are going to go, make up your mind quickly. So let's review just for a quick second. Lavitz wanted to go save the king. Hashel sprinted at him, jumped over him, did a front flip, landed in front of him, turned around and punched him directly in the stomach, which forced him to lose consciousness, only to bring him back to bed for him to wake up, and then they all collectively say, yeah, let's go save the king, actually. Is that what happened? That's what Hashel was going to do, or sorry, that's what Lavitz was going to do anyway. Lavitz says, but how about you, Master Hashel? Hashel says, I've gone too far, I might as well just go too. Lavitz says, what about your daughter? Hashel says, don't mind me, I have already been looking for her for 20 years. Going with you for a little while won't make any difference. Your daughter's dead. 20 years, she is dead. Lavitz says, Master Hashel, I cannot thank you enough. Hashel says, don't worry about it, but you can call me just Hashel. But can you call me just Hashel? Master Hashel makes me feel uneasy. That and define uneasy. Let's work through your feelings. That includes you too, Shauna. Now she's dead. Shauna says, okay, Hashel. Master Hashel. Hashel says, it feels good to be called by my first name by a young girl. Wait, so Hashel's like, what, in his 40s at a minimum? And Shauna is like 21? This is gross. This is all gross now. Hashel is like, this is disgusting. This is really gross. Shauna is basically a child. Lavitz says, now, as soon as we are ready, let's head for Helena. So are we all okay with Hashel hitting on Shauna? Senator says, I'll have lots of things to do. What? We had to hear what Senator was thinking because he wasn't part of the conversation. He was like, I want to hear what Senator has to say. Well, I've got dishes to do, I guess. Laundry. Senator. It's not that uncommon in America either. A lot of old men get with younger women. I mean, isn't Han Solo a decent amount older than Princess Leia? That's okay. By people's standards. Am I going the right way? I guess we'll find out. Oh! I can just... I can take forks now. That's good. Master Roshi. Who's Master Roshi? I'm thinking about Master Roshi now. I gotta remember who that is. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. Someone's gonna tell me before they're just gonna tell me.
Yes!
Come on now. Oh, Lavitz with this thing that I suck at. Why can't I hit this thing? Is Dragon Ball Z where Master Roshi is? Because if it is, then I'm never gonna... That's fine. I lose. Why can't I hit this thing? It's a rare mob. Okay. So what do I do then? If I can't hit it, use an item. Okay. Let's see here. Does it matter which one? There's a magic sig stone. I just want to... Is there one that attacks single? It appears not. Pellet should work. Okay. Ooh, parts. One! I did it! Now what? 2 more times. Okay. Fear Frost. Yeah. One. There's a powerful A attack. What kind of psychopath would you have to be to get 260? Like, I'm basically blasting my arm off. Come on, start doing it, because I'm losing it here. Heck. Does this one not count? Does this one not do it? Miss! And there it goes. Maybe. Can't combat. Oh my god. What a disaster. Alright. Cool. Great. We're all happy. Fantastic. That was amazing. I used all my items. He didn't, and he just got away. All right. Well, cool. Is that Helena? Wait, is that Assassin Cock? Yes! He's back! I should, yeah, I was gonna say I should obliterate him at this point. I may have to go potty here very, very soon. I've got bladder control issues. Oh, yeah, no, that's garbage. Enter. I'm really good at upgrading additions, so. Harpoon! Get in there! Lavitz! Oh boy. Is Lavitz single-handedly murdering everyone in there? Lavitz is on a mission. If only we didn't slow him down by punching him in the stomach and knocking him unconscious. Frugal says, he. It will be dawn soon. Didn't we beat Frugal? Frugal says, I am such a nice guy, aren't I? Letting you see the sun before you die. Ooh. Say something. Helena Warden says, but the order says leave him alive. Frugal says, shut up. When the sun rises, this guy will be mine from that moment. Say something, huh? King? Is the king shirtless? Because if he is, I'm into it. Albert says, I don't have a means to speak with vulgar men. He doesn't know how to do it. Frugal says, and you will be killed by that vulgar man. Well, at least you are not alone. Those guys from Bale will come after you soon. Albert says, how villainous. This game's so dumb. What about the promise to not hurt people? I didn't know Dole had become so ruthless. Frugal says, we just want your body. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I don't know the rest. He. We want the king's body. I mean, it's looking pretty nice. Helena Warden says, intruders are here. They are coming this way, headed by Lavitz and a man in red armor. Lavitz! Frugal says, the head of the knights and the red one. That's interesting. Frugal says, they might be saving stars for you, but you won't have a chance to see them. Both the stars, and you will be gone when the sun rises. Frugal says, he. He's got pantaloons on. Unfortunately. Oh, we got Haishel now. But I mean, I want to try him out, but I also let's just try him out for a little bit because I don't know how he fights. But I was pretty happy with Rose, all things considered. Double punch. Oh. Who is it? I mean, these guys were pretty much no problem when I was much lower level, so I should just swallow these guys whole then, right? You should probably block their dart. You're hurting, boy. All right, let's see. I don't even remember how this goes this time. Oh, so close. They're much stronger now.
Double punch!
Double punch! No time to lose. Sometimes I punch once. This time, double punch. Double punch! Very excited about it. Come on. Double punch. Alright, I'm standing up now. That's good. After this battle, I will use the potty. I don't want to. Blame my bladder. Come on! Alright, I'll be right back. A little bit tricky getting out of this setup here because I'm worried about hitting the microphone, having it droop. Droopy Mike. Have you met Droopy Mike? He's a good guy. I'll drink some of this Coca-Cola Zero here so I can get the vibes going. I appreciate this bass riff here. Very short. All right. I really want to get... It's not Rod Typhoon, it's Gust of Wind Dance or whatever. I really want that. Helena Warden says they will never be able to get to the top floor alive. Gwa! Oh man, they had to know what they were making with this thing. How come they're doing like flash, flash, flash now? Are these more impressive fights or something? Ugh. Oh, back down to a knee. Double punch!
Ha, ha. Double punch!
Double punch! Hey, 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 hey! Alright, we got this, Lavitz. Alright, well, I'm getting better at the first half, at least. Double punch!
Ha, ha. Double punch!
Yeah, I mean, I get that it's cinematic and everything, and I'm fine with it, but these are not boss fights, so I'm curious why it's doing it now. Heck yes!
Gust of Wind Dance!
Gust of Wind Dance! Gust of Wind Dance!
Ha, ha. Double punch!
Double punch! Apropos of nothing, I should go buy some heals, is that what you're saying? I think I've got some. Maybe not a lot, but some. Wow! Healing, 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 healing. We got healing out the anus. I believe that is the only that is only the second time, Tim. Yep. Yep, we got anus healing. I guess the only problem is we don't have any revives, but I'm not too worried about it. Wait, maybe we do. Oh, we do. Yeah, we're doing fine. Take a look at my anus. There's a lot of healing in it. I still don't know how to get that chest. I don't want to leave until I figure it out. I want you dead, boy. I rarely use the healing items. I just block. Very rarely. Ah, sure. Alright, let's see here. It's Haitian. Double punch!
Ha! Ha! Double punch!
I think I'm making him progressively more Weasley. Double punch! Double punch! Ah, that one, I felt that one was bad. Although I will say... Nah. I won't say it. No one's ready. They're not ready for me to say it. I'm assuming Haishel doesn't have a dragon yet, so maybe I don't want to use Haishel now that I know what he's like. Can I switch him back?
Ha! Ha! Double punch!
Double punch! Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch him out. Get Rose back, because Rose is like my chick. I did it too early that time. Holding out for that third successful use.
Double punch!
Double punch! I want Lavitz. No, Lavitz. Refuse to do it with anyone else. No, that one felt good though. Yeah, that's my point. Is she's got that astral something, that move that I like. Which is kind of overpowered if I'm being completely honest with everyone. It should not do damage and heal. That's ridiculous. But I'm not here to fight it. I'm here to exploit it. Heck yes! Gust of Wind Dance. Gust of Wind Dance. How many more do I need? Gust of Wind, too many, but it's personal now. Replace. Sorry, Haishel, I don't like you, you creepy old man hitting on children. Burp. Merchant says, "It's you again, making noise like that." Merchant says, "Call me again if you want something, okay?" And by call you again, do you mean talk to you? Is that what you mean? I don't think I need anything from him. I have a question for everyone. If I get that thing that automatically succeeds on an addition, does that increase the level of the addition? Or do I have to manually succeed on it? Oh, this ain't it. Boo! Does it say that anywhere, or is that something you just have to figure out for yourself? I am wildly confused where that chest is. Can't be this way. Wow. I mean, that can't be it. That's the way out. I know where those are. Gotta be this way. Unless it's up a floor with the elevator. Take the elevator up, maybe. And this is nothing. This is Jack Poopy. Jack Poopy. No, you're fine, Sirdar. I'll find it. Or I won't, and we'll live. Still have our health and our friendship. The great Pupini. That was a weirdly successful thing I wrote. Probably the most successful thing I've ever written. What in the world? This is not where I thought. Get off. Oh boy. Hey! Acquired felt hat. I felt that hat. I felt that hat. Potentially chest time. I'm feeling it. I don't think it is, actually. Oh, yeah, it is. What's in there? Therapy ring. Thank God I need therapy. This girl won't leave me alone, and it's really getting to me. Need to work stuff out. I don't like black things. Shauna is beyond help as far as I'm concerned. No, not yet. Okay. Yeah, sell it, burn it, just throw it in the river. Whatever you gotta do. What the heck am I looking at? Pandemonium. Now I need to know what that is. Minor enemy only attacks one ally. What? Oh, okay, so it's like a taunt. Yeah. That's cool. I didn't even know they had concepts like that back then. That's neat. I mean, I know Final Fantasy X had it, but that was later than this. Although not too much later than this. Talk about Final Fantasy X now. That's a heck of a game. Yeah, it was sandwiched between 9 and 10, right? It's just not good. This is a good game. Acquired silver embroidered vest. All right, let's check it out. Right, but 9 came out the same time as this, right? This did not stand a chance. Surprising lack of gear in this game. Yeah, I mean, so this game is... I like this game. It's all... Everyone knows this, right? Final Fantasy's still better. I mean, that's... Is that fair to say? That might upset people. No, there was a chest. Gosh, darn it all. It's probably going to hit me into a cutscene I can't return from it. It didn't. Back down the hatch. And I'm sure this game did pretty... I mean... You love it. A lot of people love it. I'm sure this game did just fine, right? It maybe wasn't the smash success that they wanted it to be, but... Really poor, you say? Interesting. I didn't know that. Can I climb back up that? No? You're gonna make my life harder? Is that what you're gonna do? No, that's not it. You say that. There were still PlayStation 1 games coming out. I see what you're saying. I don't necessarily disagree. Oh, poop, I did it again. I'm trying to think what came out on PlayStation 1 after PS2 that was a hit. I'm struggling to think of any, so maybe you're right. But to be fair, again, can't stress enough, Final Fantasy 9. So... Yeah, I went into the wrong one again. Blah, blah, blah. Wait, the elevator's not there anymore. Now what? No, I mean, the PS2 was obviously a mega smash hit, but there had to be games after the PS2 came out that people cared about on the PS1, right? That had to happen. Whoop! Sorry, girl. I'm struggling to think of any off the top of my head, but there's no way it didn't happen. Thunderbolt! Name some off for me. Some noteworthy ones. All of them, I believe, were for maybe Legends 2. And I don't know about Harvest Moon. Those other ones, Spider-Man was 2000, so it was around the same year, but not. It wasn't after. It was late in the PS1 life cycle, obviously. There was a Spider-Man that came out after, I think. Well, that's not true, because Resident Evil 3 came out in '99. I don't remember when Dino Crisis 2 came out, but I don't... That could be true. But I also don't think that's true. I didn't save it. Did I save it? Counter Warden says, thank you for coming all the way here. Lava says, an ambush, huh? Lava says, take us to King Albert, or it'll be your last breath. Counter Warden says, brave. Counter Warden says, you still don't know who you are and where you are. Dart says, I don't want to have a needless battle. Shut up and get out of here, out of our way. Counter Warden says, we know how strong you are, but it doesn't make any difference because you are still just feed. I do like that high taxes. Also, I've been dealing with you a lot lately. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, no one is saying that these characters are smart. Dart says, everybody all right? Shauna says, I'm fine. Boo. We wish you weren't. We don't like Shauna. Lavitz says, this is not even a problem. I beg to differ, Lavitz. There's a cat in here, apparently. Hazel says, Sandor is such a coward, making a trap like that without fighting. Rose says, well, it is one way to fight. It's our own fault for being trapped. I'm with Rose. See, Rose knows what's up. Rose is the only smart one. Hazel says, you are harsh. I don't agree. I think Rose is onto something. Acquired sachet. I don't know what that is. We're gonna look at it. Join me, won't you? Give subtle good aroma. Great. Don't know how that helps me, but nor do I know why it's at the bottom of a trap pit. Lavit says, we have to go save King Albert as soon as possible. Rose says, I feel something is wrong. Hazel says, And that's all of them. No one left to talk to. Alright, fine. John says, I feel a draft from the gap. Do you now? I mean, I've got some cream for that if you need it. Draft coming from my gap. Alright, I guess we all die now. No way out. Oh, this gap. I see what you're saying. I was actually thinking about your butt crack. Dart says, it's true. Dart says, the draft is coming from here. Lava says, then, if we move the rock, there should be a way out. Hazel says, it seems we have to welcome unwanted guests before that. Rose says, well, we are supposed to be feed. We have everything we need. Everyone seems weirdly calm. Coming. Good to know, Dart. Thanks for letting us know, and, Ooh! This is Django. If we put him to sleep, we can beat him easily. I don't know if I have that capability. Unless the good subtle aroma makes him sleep. Django Unchained, that's pretty good high taxes, not bad. Alright. Aroma hit, okay. I was gonna do it, but it doesn't... Alright. Yeah, okay, fine. I think you're right, but that's a really bad description of it. 10. Oh, that's such a good aroma. It makes me want to sleep and show you my teeth sphincter in my mouth. Ziz. Okay, time to kick his butt now.
Yes.
Burning rush. Now would be a good time to Dragoon. Harpoon! It's been a while since we've heard Harpoon. We're gonna have to pull that back out again at some point. Yes, we're gonna have to pull out our Harpoon. Pretty sure. Wait, damage resist, excuse me. That's pretty good. Wind strength 25% all. That's it, okay. Shouldn't there be a door to close on top of him like Luke Skywalker did? Yes, there should be. I thought he was joking. Damage resist sounds pretty good. Is that for everybody, though? Let's do it. Yeah, it is for everybody. Let's do that. That sounds great. Even though he's sleeping. Probably a waste. Yeah, I don't know how long he's going to be sleeping for. It's probably a mistake. That's fine. So pretty. Alright, Dragoon me, Rose. Give it a minute. No, I have not tried Shauna's Dragoon, and I don't intend to. I really don't like Shauna. Astral Train!
Astral Train!
That's what all women say about their third abilities. Like, yeah, you might not be impressed with the first two, but just wait till you get to the third, then you'll love me. I say nay.
Yes.
That was just a bad attack, is what that was. It's terrible. Embarrassing. Alright, Django. Unchained or otherwise. Perfect! 99 is not bad D. It's not as good as Astral Chain, though. Because Astral Drain. Astral Chain's a game, I think. Astral Drain is just overpowered. Ridiculous.
Astral Train!
Plus, it's very erotic. $176 is ridiculous. And it heals. It's just stupid.
Yes.
Burning Rush. Hey. He does have some thick skin. Do I have something that lowers defense? Probably not. No, sir.
Whip smack!
Whip smack. Alright, here we go. Heck yes! Gust of wind dance. Well, I think paying attention and not trying to be a wisecracking fool helped a little bit too. Yeah. It's starting to hurt. Whip smack.
Whip smack.
Gust of wind dance. Nah, that ain't gonna do it. There's that Discord link. Everyone join it. Participate in the Discord. It's the best way you can support me. Do it, do it, do it. tinyurl.com/Randy-Discord, or if you prefer, tinyurl.com/Randy-Discord. Since his defense is high, you would think, never mind. Apparently I have no MP. Oh, I had that one. Final Fantasy 16 is one I have to get to at some point. Why is that doing increasingly more damage? It's annoying. Barrel. Yeah, sure, why not? Now we feel better. Perfect! Posture. 72, that was almost worth it. Getting into it. Whip smack.
Whip smack.
I'd go for some whip smacks right about now. Cherry flavored. Ah!
Yes.
Burning rush. Ah. Perhaps you've seen it.
Whip smack.
Whip smack. I gotta come up with something better than just repeating what they're saying. Oh no, that did pretty much nothing. Come on! It's that fourth hit that just gets me every time. There's something about it. Weird timing.
Whip smack.
He has been here a while.
Yes.
Burning Rush has been there a while too. Hate this game. Never doing it again.
Whip smack.
That was a joke. That was a really easy boss. Ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, no, get out of here, Shaw. You're not allowed. I did get my aroma back, thank God. I was going to give that to Shauna so she smells better. We made it! Sorry, I got some drippies. I need tissues around here so I stop wiping my snot with my fingers like a savage. Dart says, there is no enemy in front of us. Yeah! Yeah! Why yeah! Ooh! Ishel says, look at that. The monster fell and the rock collapsed. Yep. Let's go, says, I assume, Lavitz. Shauna, come on! Ishel says, Shauna, is something wrong? Something's always wrong with Shauna. Shauna sucks. Shauna says, men can have a great friendship. Ishel says, it's about Dart and Lavitz, isn't it? Shauna says, they understand each other without a word. Man and woman cannot be like that. I envy them a little bit. Ishel says, what about with Dart? Shauna says, I still don't know yet. He seems to have been thinking about me as his sister. Dart says, Shauna, is anything wrong? Shauna says, no, nothing. I'm coming. Yeah, you are, sister. Yeah, let's have some more fights after a boss. Perfect. Love it. Just with immediately into a new fight. Why not? Gives me more chances to do Gust of Wind Dance.
Yes. Burning rush.
There has been 0% of this game so far that has been rough. I'm not saying it's not going to get harder, but
Whip smack.
listen, I'm a guy that played some Digimon World. I'm ready. I'm ready for anything. Heck yes! 89. Oh yeah. Rush.
Whip smack.
Gust of Wind Dance, eh? Oh, how about that? Eh? Gust of Wind Dance. Ah, Hoser's Beavers. Hockey. Gust of Wind Dance. Eh? I can make fun of Canadians all I want because, one, they're very friendly. Two, I think right now as an American they're my enemies. I'm not sure.
Whip smack.
Whip smack. That was an absurd amount of damage for some reason. Heck yeah! Miss G is here. I hope you're not Canadian, Miss G. I know you're not.
Yes.
Because otherwise I'd have to hate you as an American. We're doing a lot of damage right now.
Whip smack.
Whip smack.
Yes.
Well, Dart, that's not how you get it done, buddy. And I pressed it right. That's on you. Alright guys, it took almost 2 entire streams, but I think I'm getting the hang of Gust of Wind Dance. I'm doing quite well, Miss G. I hope you're doing well. I hope things are better for you. I know you were having a rough minute there. I don't know why I growled at the rough word, but I just felt like I needed to, you know? Sometimes you have these compulsions, and you could stop them, but sometimes it's better not to. Just let it go and see what happens. Helena Warden B. I don't know why you wouldn't start with A, but that's fine. Helen Warner B says, it cannot be. I beg to differ. Helena Warden says, Helena Warden A says, how are they still alive? A live. Helena Warden B says, no way. They B, it's that monster? I want to know what Helena Warden C has to say. He's just standing up there. Counter Warden A says, no, no, we won't let them go further. Oh, I felt it on that one. That was bad.
Whip smack.
Whip smack. Rose is doing absurd damage right now. I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
That was bad. That was on me. You know, Dart, sometimes it's you, sometimes it's Daddy. It was Daddy that time. I am well, thank you. I hope things go better for you. I hope I can at least relieve you just for a couple of moments. By saying stuff like whip smack. Yeah, Rose is rocking it. And she's got the easiest edition. She doesn't need no fancy gust of wind dances. She only needs to whip and or smack. Oh, I guess the other guy just watched his friends get murdered. You could have helped! Oh, hey, it's the trap door. Let's go back on it. Because we're smart. Like that. I'm just going to go up the stairs. Who cares? There's probably a chest I'm missing that I don't care. Wait, isn't it where I found the key the first time around? I think it is. I think it is. We've got nostalgia for this area. That guy ran up the stairs just to stop and fight me anyway. Oh, and he brought some bird friends. Are they assassin cocks? No, foul fight. Not as good as assassin cock. You know what I'm going to do? I don't remember what special does. Either way. You have no MP. I have enough MP. I have enough MP for what I want to do. It's kind of aggressive how little this game heals you between fights. There's no 10th option or anything, it's just like, hey. It's gonna be overkill on this bird here, but...
Astral Ray.
Man, I don't mind it, because it's not like I'm having a hard time or anything, but... It is an interesting choice. Yeah, it's possible, Spartan. Sometimes less distracting. I can see it.
Yes. Burning rush.
Much, much harder, you say. Ah! That was on me. Oh, I did the wrong thing. That's fine. Well, this bird's gonna get his butt kicked. Oh, no. That was not what I wanted to do. That's okay. There's a morning star. I have no idea whose that would be. Could not, for the life of me, no. I don't know. It's got, maybe, I don't know. Don't know. Armed. Well, no one that I have can use that thing. Yeah, there are a few cases of Japanese games being harder for the Japanese release, and I don't quite understand why that is. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know there are a few examples of the other way around as well.
Whip smack.
That's what I was thinking, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Dart. Figure it out, man. Man, I knocked him off the map. Look how far away he went. Miss. Hey. Whip smack.
Whip smack.
Just an insane damage from Rose.
Yes.
Apparently, I no longer can do Burning Rush. That's the trade-off. I get to do Gust of Wind Dance, but I can no longer do Burning Rush. Interesting. Interesting trade-off, but hey. I gotta be getting ready for a new edition here. It's been a minute. Especially with Rose. What the heck's going on? I almost guarantee that XP thing is like, okay, his party is this level. Broadsword, you say? I should probably wait until acquired spear. Good beginning, Ling Ling. It's a balance thing, right? Where, oh, we don't want these people to grind too far ahead, so we're gonna dampen the XP gain. I bet you Shauna would get a bunch. Well, maybe not. I think it's the same XP for everybody. Wait, what? The sword I got is worse than the one I have? That can't be true. Really? Why would you give me those? What possible use is that? Covers HP each turn. That sounds cool. Yeah, but the sword they gave me is ancient. Alright, well, I could heal, but I'm not gonna. Wow! Completely recovers MP. If I need to do it during battle, I will. I'm not too worried about it. Well, at least give it to Rose. Kind of the only one whose MP I care about. Cinema time. Alright, grab my popcorn. I don't have any. This one's Sexy King, though. Frugal says, the sun is rising. It's good for you. You die and the war ends. That was your wish, wasn't it? You want to end the war, don't you? I'll make your dream come true. Very soon. Hee 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 hee. Albert says, ugh, I am vexed. Albert has said silly things like that multiple times. I'm assuming that's an intentional choice at this point. Frugal says, it's unfortunate for Lord Dole, but I cannot wait for the one with the silver hair. I just want to kill you so badly. Frugal says, when I see the smallest glimpse of the sun, I'll cut your head off for you. Ooh. King Albert. That would have hurt if it was from anyone but Shauna. Who says, "Tut, those rats came on time." It doesn't matter. I'll get you all before Albert. Ba-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na. Alright, let's see. Rodriguez, Guftas. Guftas looks like he's up to no good, but birds always need to die first, as far as I'm concerned.
Whip smack.
Whip smack. 104. Gosh darn damage, Rose. 102. That was the wrong person to do that to, because that hurt. Oh, his Achilles is fine. Either that or it's rolled up into his calf. Alright, let's see here. Damage resist would not be a bad move. I really need to turn on shorter animations. Keep forgetting. Keep forgetting to do it.
Rose Storm!
Rose Storm! Gust of Wind Dance! Wing, 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 wing. $22. 19. Harpoon.
Yes! Burning!
Burning Rush. In retrospect, I should have healed what's his face. But I didn't.
Eat this!
Eat this is very funny.
Rodriguez! Attack!
No! Wow. Whoa! Watch it now. Ah, stinky butt. 115 is still not bad. It's no Rose basic attack, but what is?
Yes! Burning!
Burning Rush. Whip smack. Take it, Rodriguez. 8. She does the most damage, so
Whip smack.
whip smack. Not as much damage on that one. Wow. Here you go, milady. Can I call you milady? No. Ah.
Eat this!
Ow. Oh. All right. Oh, no, I thought I messed that up. Wow. Yum, 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 yum. Gust of wind dance. Gust of wind dance.
Doofus! Attack!
You call him Doofus? Oh no, I'm confused. Surely I've got something that removes that. There you go. Fine now. How much? I kinda wanna do this because I'm wasting points at this point. Not earning them. All right. Goofed us. Perfect. How big was that D? 109, not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. Well, I missed it right at the end, but it's alright, I got it done. So. Dragoon! Harpoon! Yeah, dragging me up. Okay, I'm not seeing Spartans. I'm pretty sure Spartan is talking to me. I'm not seeing it for some reason. Hang on, Spartan. Not ideal. Not ideal. What the heck's going on? I don't know why it's not working. 1 second. Trying to figure it out here. Alright, Spartan, I should be able to see you now. Bro just had large rocks. Okay. There we go. Astral Brain. My favorite move. Overpowered as heck.
Astral Drain.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm going all out, such as that I'm using my resources that are currently capped. Make room for the more accumulation of resources. Perfect! 131. Not bad. Wait, now I see Spartan's stat. I don't understand. That's fine. Whatever. YouTube must have biffed it for a second. I know, I saw it on my stream too, but it didn't show up in my local chat, which is what I use to read it, because the preview chat under my webcam is tiny, so I can't see it. So I have a separate window where I see my own chat, and it was not showing up there, which was annoying. It is weird, but I see it now. Oh, posture again. Ow. Gust of wind dance. Harumph.
Yes.
Burning rush.
Beat this!
Threw the rocks to my face. That was a lot of damage too.
Whip smack.
I think Dart does the least amount of damage right now if I successfully hit with Lavitz. If I don't, I think Dart still does more, but... Gust of wind dance.
Whip smack.
Whip smack.
Beat this!
I'm gonna block with Rose next round.
Yes. Burning.
Although I kind
rush.
of don't want to, because I want her to get more dragon juice. Yeah, 31's bad, but I think he's got a defense thing on. Ah, I'm getting better at it, but it's still tricky.
Beat this!
Hey, that's a lot of damage.
Yes. Burning rush.
63 is better. All right, I want him dead, so let's attack him.
Whip smack.
Come on, Lavitz. Ah, that was a tricky move. Seemed to work though. Poked him in his belly, and he disappeared. Belly poke. I love these cutscenes. These are my favorite. Arg! Oh no, the king has been... I don't even know. Something. I knew it was here. Moon gem. Moon gem? Ah! These look so good. So good. I can't stand how good these look. Lavitz! Is Lavitz dead? Don't tell me if he is or not. Lloyd? He is extremely dead, says High Texas. Okay. Lavitz! Lavitz, hang on. Hey! Is His Majesty Albert alright? Yeah. Yeah, he's fine. I see. I can entrust you with everything. Lavitz, can you lend me a shirt? Darts survive. Okay, and... no. Lavitz? Because the wind dances no mo. Who in God's name would spend the time grinding his additions just for him to perish? Lavitz, thank you. I'm glad I didn't. Granted, I would never. Like, I would never do that. Lavitz, no! Gravity grabber. How come Lavitz didn't get any experience? No, he did not get Eris because the Eris death was earned. This was not. this came out of nowhere. Yeah, more and more! Oh, Shauna, get out of here. You're not welcome. Yeah, I have no opinion of Hazel, I guess. Final burst, new magic. Sure. More and more hype. There's a lot of hype. And I want more and more of it. Oh, I forgot the name of this place. It's where I started, though. The world all over is mourning the loss of Lavitz. Albert says, I still have some place for shelter. Let's get, Albert in our party. Dart says, we can hide underneath here. Albert says, I'll help. Dart says, I cannot let you. Albert says, let me do it. When I am moving like this, I don't feel pain. Okay. Albert says, I owe you and Lavitz a debt of gratitude. Dart says, Lavitz is no more. Weren't you there, Albert? You saw that, right? Shauna says, but we are still alive. Shauna says, being alive means we can do anything we want, right? I think it is enough for now. Shauna's just glad that Lavitz is no longer competing for the affection of Dart, right? Shauna's just like, heck yes, finally. I can move in. I think Lavitz would agree with me, says Shauna. Albert says, grin. Albert says, it reminds me of what Lavitz happily told me about you. That he had met guys he could finally call friends. Except Shauna. Specifically guys, men. Males. Albert says, now I understand why. Albert's got some sexy green on his clothes, and I want Albert in my party desperately. Albert says, Dart, Shauna, Hazel, and Rose. Lavitz was my most loyal and strongest knight. And at the same time, he was my precious friend. Yes, he was a great guy. But what does that mean? Yeah, okay. I would like to show you my gratitude. Thank you. You've done that by saying thank you. Rose says, he was out of luck. I didn't know he had the Dragon Buster. If I had known it, I would have stopped Lavitz. Dart says, Dragon Buster? What are you talking about? Rose says, it's a weapon from the old world made only to kill dragons. We are all weirdly not perturbed about Lavitz's death. Rose says, even with the almighty Dragoon armor, it is a mere shroud in front of a Dragon Buster. I guess I should say not weirdly, because I don't think Lavitz's arc was fulfilled before he died. He was not a complete character yet, and it's kind of weird that they killed him off already. Dart says, Lloyd, what kind of plot is he weaving? Now would be a really good time for a save point so I can wrap it up, but it does not seem like that we're in the cards for that. Dart says, now it is more complicated than simply looking for your daughter. Hazel says, I am okay. I can go look for her some other time. Hazel says, but we have something we have to do now. Hazel says, you found the way thanks to Shauna, didn't you? And Hazel says, the only thing left is which way to go. Shauna says, we are not going to be like this forever, right? Right? Dart says, Your Majesty Albert, what did Lloyd take from you that time? Albert says, I need a little time. I need to think more. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not thrilled with that death. I think it was wildly unearned. It did not have the weight that it needed to because I don't think Lavitz meant enough to me at the time. I was beginning to like him, but I did not like him enough to where I'm upset. And it just seemed to come out of nowhere. It did not. His arc was not fulfilled. There were not planting seeds that would be a tragedy in any way. It's just like, yep, he was here and now he's dead. There you go. Hope you feel bad. And then now these characters aren't even that upset. So, Dart says, I feel sorry for making you accompany us into such a mess. Rose says, I am the one following you. That's a good point. Rose says, anyway, Basil will be finished soon if we don't do something. Rose says, I am looking forward to watching what you will do in the future. Albert says, I guess I have to talk about it with you. Albert says, the truth about what Lloyd took from me, everything about it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, how long is this? This is a gather around children thing. 2-4 minutes, okay. Albert says the story goes back 11,000 years. Winglies who ruled the Earth were defeated in the Dragon campaign and disappeared. However, their sacred objects were scattered around the world. They contained their magic power concealed in them, which only they could use. Albert says one of them was handed down in Serdio, and it has been sealed inside the body of each crown heir. Because of the fear that the power could bring evil. Albert says the sacred object is the secret treasure of Serdio, which has been taken. The Moon Gem. Rose says, where did Lloyd find out about it? Albert says, I was foolish. I bought his intelligence and employed him as an advisor. Probably, he was employed by the Imperial Sindora. Rose says, that's right. Once he obtains the secret treasure, he is the crown heir of Serdio, both in name and reality. The birth of the conqueror King Dole, that would be the end of Basil. Dart says, His Majesty King Albert is still alive here. Spartan, I'll address that in a minute, because what you're saying is valid, and I don't disagree with you. I'm just a grown man now. I'm a bitter grown man. But we'll talk about that in a minute, because I do think there's some validity to what you're saying. Dart says, His Majesty King Albert is still alive here. The war is not over yet. Basil is not something. Rose says, what is a king to do if he doesn't have a castle to go back to and a large force to protect him? Albert says, indeed, I am helplessly alone. Albert says, however, as the Dragoons of yore led humans to victory, I have a green penis. Albert says, we still have a chance to overcome. Albert says, we have only one target, Emperor Dole in the Black Castle. Rose says, you have such a daring strategy, but it's not bad. Shauna says, let's do it. Shauna, you're not coming. Dart says, we can do this together. Hazel says, my iron fist might be able to help you. Albert says, I will show them the full force of my lance, which I learned how to use from Lavitz. It's a really good plan, isn't it, High Taxes? It's not just any 5 people. It's these 5 people. Dart says, Lavitz, we won't let your death be in vain. I mean, it's better than immediately snowboarding, right? Cut to the snowboarding section. Yes! Get rid of Shauna immediately. There's the Black Castle. That is Shinra headquarters if I've ever seen it. Emperor Dole says, it seems Helena fell. Lloyd says, don't be so anxious. I got what I need. This place does look cool. Emperor Dole says, leaving the girl at large is one of your schemes, huh? Lloyd says, it's none of your business. Emperor Dole says, doesn't matter. I will soon hold sway over all Serdio, and your plan will be completed. Lloyd says, no, it's just the beginning. Lloyd says, at least be careful not to get carried away. Lloyd says, don't be burned in a red fire. Specifically a red one, because that's the color of fire. It's actually kind of orangish yellow red. But you know what I mean. Don't get burned. I know that there's different color fire around me as well. Emperor Dole says, nobody can stop me. Emperor says, I will not... Wait, is he... Why is he interchanging between Dole and Emperor? Emperor says, I will not, even if I sell my soul to the devil. Alright, perfect. Heck yes. That was a... You know, a lot happened there. So I want to address the Lavitz thing real quick, though. If I was a child, and especially if you grind with him, there's definitely something to be said for playing as a character or with a character. You grind with him and you get an attachment to him saying, like, Rod Typhoon or whatever. If you grind that out and you have this affection for these avatars, these characters that you somewhat control. And if you grind that out, you're just in on it, right? So his death is not only just a bummer from a story standpoint, but it is also a bummer from a gameplay standpoint because you've spent so much time grinding with that character. As a child as well, the story, just someone has to die when you're a child, and that's all that matters, because that's sad. That's just a sad thing that happens. It doesn't matter if it's earned or not. Something dies. It's a sad thing. That said, as an adult man that knows how storytelling is done, especially mature storytelling, that was not earned. Like, they did not do enough work to make that character's death matter. It is what it is. Like, it strikes me as, like, what if a middle schooler was trying to write a fantasy novel and they said, well, someone's got to die, right? So we got to kill somebody. And it's got to be an important character. So it's like someone read Game of Thrones and was like, oh, when this character died, it meant something to me, so that means the character has to die. So I make my reader sad. It's just they just don't have the understanding of what makes that matter. It's fine. It's not offensive, but it was a missed opportunity in my opinion. They could have made that a lot better. I don't think Lavitz was nearly ready to be killed off for that to matter. So it is what it is. Not a big deal. I feel for you. I understand why that would be sad to you as a child, and I understand why those memories being brought back up would affect you today. Did very little to me though. It's fine. Now I don't have to worry about Gust of Wind Dance anymore. Fantastic. But that's going to do it for today. If you haven't followed or subscribed or whatever, please do that. And then join the Discord is where I want you the most. tinyurl.com/randy-discord. I can probably type it in. No one's here to do that for me. tinyurl.com/randy-discord. Sirdar, thank you. You beat me to it. And since I have YouTube open, I'll do it in there too. There you go. That's not a clickable link for some reason. Go ahead and get in there, and we'll talk about all sorts of stuff, like what games to play and other stuff. Thank you, everybody, coming out, and I will see you later today for Parasite Eve, and we got more Dragoon 3 more times this week, so everybody get pumped for that. See you next time. I should probably save it. Probably save it. I don't think I did save it. Did I save it? Maybe I did. I did save it. Okay. See you later, everybody.